All right, folks, what's up? How you doing? Let me take my earplugs out. Today was a little bit annoying. There was some action in the market. A lot of it happened overnight, and yeah, let's just start off. We got the open queued up right here. LGVN again on continuation, just kind of exploded overnight. It was up around 100% and kind of like a blow off move. These two red lines right here. Our gap on the daily hits these and is kind of like curling down low. Off of that, doesn't have great volume profile. Looks like a lot of selling. A lot of people maybe getting trapped up in here, or just not buying and participating. While at the same time you have VVPR. And then what ends up happening is I take a step out to go fill up some coffee. Right at the open, I jump back in. VVPR or VRPX. Actually, I switch these in a minute. VRPX starts looking good right here, and I think this is when I step out to go fill coffee. And I end up missing it. I end up missing the move on this one, or thinking I missed the move on this one. And then I jump over to LGVN thinking it will follow, or at least get a little bit of sympathy momentum so I can get a little cut. And it doesn't happen the way I think it will. It actually already opened low, opened below. It just opened low, basically, relative to all this price action right here, relative to the 20 SMA, which is a 1 minute moving average that I use just for reference, really, to gauge where there's going to be sentiment going. And yeah, it makes its pop up here, basically like a back check testing high. And I buy a micro dip off that test high. So yeah, you can see this is my cursor right here. I'm in here looking at this. I don't take this trade. I kind of just sit back down and getting acclimated, and got in a little late. So two things. I was for tomorrow. I have to keep that open, the 5 minutes before the open, just clean, and then no other activities besides focus. And then the second is that no switching in between stocks, because I just made a lot of mistakes that I would not have made were I looking at just one name. I got caught in I basically got hyped, and I'm like, yeah, was in with a little bit of a bigger position. Let's see. So I don't know, maybe it's within range, but it was on the higher end in the range. It was maybe like a $7,000 position, which is not a crazy amount, but for me it was, I just generally don't need to take positions that big. Anyways, here's a video of what happened. I'm looking at this starts to go, and I'm like, okay, and then I pop over here, and 1, 2, 3, gives a little, it doesn't even really dip. And then okay, and here's the other mistake I made. I put an order on the ask and doesn't get filled, and I don't get out in time to and so I think it's going to go back up, double check up here, and I'm trying to get out, but it's just whatever. Okay, so one more time. So I'm in. It's hesitating. This is me putting the order on the ask, which is dumb. I should have just hit the bid. This is frustrating to watch. And then dip down there. I end up holding for a second, then holding, and basically as it holds lower and goes down, I basically sell the lows right about there. And yeah, I sell at 70, low was like 50 something, and then it starts curling right back up after that. Good news, I didn't get caught in a halt down, which is great. But yeah, it was just annoying. It was a quick $500 $500 donation to the the other market participants, and to see it back up like that right there is actually I was actually emotionally okay, but then two things happened. I lost money there, and then I totally missed this move, which is fine, but just focus on the wrong name. Yeah. Anyways, that was that. I spent the day chopping around. I got back up to only negative $40, and then I managed to give it all back down to negative 4, and then finish the day out at like negative 3 something. But that was trading all day to lose money. It's a lot of effort to go backwards, and or backwards, maybe that's not the right way to look at it, but it was a lesson. These are all lessons that I've learned before, and I just keep relearning it over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. I'm just hitting my freaking face against the wall. Especially when I'm a little bit comfortable. And I think I had one really good week. I had a great day on Monday. I made like 7, and then immediately Tuesday I was down 800 very fast. Got it back down to 370, and then today down 330. So I just basically have a flat week, and it's fine. But this is kind of just where it gets a little bit frustrating, because you feel like I felt like I was making progress on Monday. I did not feel like I was making any progress today or yesterday, and now on the week I'm not making any progress. And what ends up happening is it's like it gets to the end of the week, and then there's like 2 days left, and then it kind of pressures mentally, and it's just very frustrating. Welcome to day trading, and day trading is risky. If I didn't say that to start with, whatever. Just don't day trade. It's not a fun sport. At this point, sometimes it feels like I've just been day trading because I do it okay, and because I feel like it's cool. But I'm at a point where like I see people doing well, and every time I think I try to emulate them, and I get hurt, and then I just go back to like puttering and like not doing that great, but like consistently being positive. And then I see them doing well and just like growing exponentially, and then I try to do something like they're doing, and then I get slapped again. Anyways, that's kind of where I'm at. I'm just frustrated. Met frustrated a little bit, not really bothered by this week. It's not a big deal. Like these fluctuations happen. But I'm at a point where side note, nothing really to do with trading. It just doesn't make a lot of money for me, even though it has potential. And I've been like kind of looking for a restaurant job, and which was what I did before this, and I was okay at it, and that's where I made the money to start this. But I think part of me knows that I can't get a good restaurant job. It has to be something brainless and something that doesn't take a crazy amount of time. Because if I do, I will suffer. Both of the things will not go well, and I probably will end up making even less money trading. So I probably won't get a restaurant job. I probably will just do this. And I think if I lose, which will be like me getting ground out by dental bills and rent, most likely, because my income's been pretty consistent over 4 years. I tend to make like about 40K a year. Whatever at this size that I use. And if I can't get past the hump, then I probably just grind myself out and it could be a little PDT and then I go do something else and it's fine. But I will reassess then, and I think I have to see this out. But anyways, I'm getting out the door, so I'm gonna make this video short. It's a little bit emotional for me, and um, and it's not like I haven't like I've been in these situations with trading probably like now it's like 7 times that I've been in this kind of like rock in the hard place type thing where it's like I don't know exactly what to do, and a lot of it is like small mistakes have big consequences. I think respecting the trades a little bit more because they have the power to have a lot of change is part of it. And that's why sometimes it's easier to if I trade with bigger size because it's more obvious, but the losses are bigger. And sometimes I can't handle that emotionally. But who gives a shit? Like the market doesn't give a shit. I kind of don't even care about my own emotions anymore. I'm kind of just like, okay, whatever, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do this the best I can. And if um, I do everything I possibly can, then I'll be okay with it. The only problem is it seems like the more I work on it, the more cognitively I get tired out, and the worse decisions I make in the market, which is kind of what I'm concerned about. It's like I go in the morning with like a false sense of certainty, and I get slapped in the face, and I'm like, oh, okay. And then like when I trade scared, I cautiously make chunk after chunk after chunk after chunk, whereas if I were to just come in cautiously scared, I don't know. I guess I would trade less, trade better. Um, yeah, everything's just trying to roast you. And this is not me being pessimistic. It's just me kind of trying to rationalize to myself, I guess. But that's a good note to take. Like, I always remember the turnaround points as points where I'm just like, all right, I'm probably going to lose on this trade, and it's okay. And then sometimes they end up working, and if they do lose, it's okay. But I can't be tight about losses, can't be excited about gains. Can't even think about this, honestly. These thoughts are, while subjectively they pressure you and make you make poor decisions, I think the quality of the decisions have to be focused on independently from that and just focus on that. Like if you make better quality decisions, you lose less and your emotions are better. And voila, all of a sudden you have a great mentality. But I think what's happening is I have a couple of outsized losses, and net I am not taking I'm not taking the positive wins that correlate to those, because I get scared as it goes up after I take the losses. And it's just a wall that I haven't yet figured out, a skill that I haven't yet figured out how to do, where I can trade after a loss with equanimity as much. I can trade with a lot of defense, which is fine, and it's kept me alive. But to trade in a opportunistic way with the same amount of equanimity, it's just a skill that I'm working on, and I hope to. I'm not sure how to balance that with cutting bad situations off, and I don't know what a objective metric is to do that, and I have to figure that out and decide what to do about that. So, anyways, video done for the day. I'm gonna go work out. Yeah, peace.